Welcome to my March 2025 video newsletter. Lots to talk about, so let's go. Before we get into the commentary, let's first look at the charts for this month. January, we had 10 sales, 2.5 times what we had last January. Also notice that 10 is higher than any month we had in 2024. The median sales price is down quite a bit from the 816 that we closed out for full year 2024. We're at 757.5. That said, the data is just too thin to draw any conclusions from that. Looking at new listings, we had 3 new listings in January. Again, down a bit from the year before. On the other hand, it's still way too early to draw any conclusions from this. If we look at the listings, current active listings, we had 12. 12 is certainly higher than we had last January or last February. And it's a good start for the year. We need to be 3 times that, if you will, or 4 times that to be where we were pre-COVID. But nonetheless, it's a decent start. Looking at neighboring towns, interesting data as we compile the data from our neighboring towns. You can see that certainly we had ups and downs where Truro had the highest median sales price increase, 21%. And P-Town had the highest highest sales decrease of 5.5%. Other towns kind of spanned the spectrum here between the two. Eastham kind of falling, almost dead in the middle of those, which is fine. Again, hard to draw conclusions. The ups and the downs, let's look at those, if you will. The number of sales were robust in several towns, like Chatham and Harwich were higher than last year, as was P-Town and Truro. Orleans, Eastham, and Wellfleet were down last year. We saw in Eastham a 11.7% decrease. So, and interesting, the total sales for this group of towns was really just up about 0.5% from 2023, roughly the same. That said, both of the towns were, both of the years were low years. So again, hard to draw any conclusions as we hope for a much better year this year. Looking at the median sales prices for our neighboring towns, we see that several of them are above the million mark, none above the 2 million mark at this point, where P-Town is highest at $1,960,000. Keep in mind for P-Town is that the amount of data for single family homes is low, since generally speaking, condos rule in P-Town. But Eastham holding its own at 816, in the same realm as Harwich and Brewster, other towns being higher. For commentary, there's not much new to say, if you will. We're still kind of waiting for the Fed to do something that has an effect on the mortgage rates. Mortgage rates still are too high for any robust buying, if you will. Likewise, the season's not the time for most of our buyers. Generally, spring is by far our better sale time, if you will. I am seeing action at homes that are for sale at under the 800 range, if you will. We're getting a fair number of locals coming to take a look at homes that are down in this 5s and 6s. I'm not seeing many people cross the bridge to look at homes as yet. So it's still early. The Fed is still hanging in there, if you will. Mortgage rates are still too high. Weather hasn't been all that bad, although we've had a couple rainy weekends. But we shall see. We shall be hopeful for the spring and the summer to thaw out the buyers as well as the sellers. So if you have a home you want to sell, please give me a call. I'm happy to give you a market analysis. If you're looking to buy, please give me a call. I'm happy to send you some listings and host you at various at the homes to take a look at. So anyway, thank you. Stay safe, and I'll see you next month.